be projects, and we're really going to have to take the time to find the right sounds and the right moments. And so I think the end result is a record that definitely builds on the last one, and it is just bigger and but also more delicate, I think, all at the same time.
Yeah, do you feel like, I mean, because the first time it might have been, with the success of the TV show, and then the first album and the first, 2 singles, huge, all the success kind of, not fast per se, but do you feel like this time around you have a better grasp and you kind of know what to expect going in?
You would think so. And yet, every time I think I know what's going on, I get thrown a curveball, so... oh, right? Yeah, I know.
She's like, we're here for you, David. We're here for you.
No, but it really is, I try not to look too far ahead. And to the point where, like, I think I know what I'm doing tomorrow, but I'm not really sure. It's just, I try to just take it as it comes and enjoy it and then move on. So.
There you go.
Pretty boring, right?
No. We're into it. We like it.
I was That's okay. I'll fish for him. Don't worry about it. We got plenty of time.
All right. What would you like to play first?
We're actually gonna play a song from the last record. This is the last single from the last record. This is "Come Back to Me." You say you gotta go and find yourself. You say that you're becoming someone else. Don't recognize the face in the mirror looking back at you. You say you're leaving as you look away. No, there's really nothing left to say. Just know I'm here whenever you need me. I'll wait for you. Set you free, and when you see what you need to see, when you find you, come back to me. So take your time, I won't go anywhere. Picture you with the wind in your hair. I'll keep your things right where you left them. I'll be here for you. Oh, so I'll let you go. I'll set you free. And when you see what you need to see, when you find you, come back to me. And I hope you find everything that you need. I'll be right here waiting to see if you find you. Come back to me. I can't get close if you're not there. I can't get inside if there's no soul to bear. I can't fix you, I can't save you. It's something you'll have to do. So I'll let you go, I'll set you free. And when you see what you need to see, when you find you, come back to me. Come back to me. And I hope you find everything that you need. I'll be right here waiting to see when you find you. Come back to me. to find you, come back to me.
So good. David Cook, live on stage, 104.3 My FM. I remember when we first started playing that song on 104.3 My FM, and I would play on the radio, and I listened. I'm like, I hate that girl. Like, how could you do that to you? Now, when you play that song now, I mean, what goes through your mind when you think about, you know, the person you wrote it about, or?
Well, it's that song. When we perform it, it always kind of, I don't know. I always think back to, you know, that like high school sweetheart that I had, and well, sweetheart, first one, and you know, and then you kind of go through that whole like really dramatic high school breakup, and then always feel like there's still a chance for us, and
you feel like your life in high school, it's like your life is over.
Absolutely, yeah, man. And so, yeah, I don't know. I always think back to that. It's a little bit of like an adolescent feeling, but to me, I don't know. I think just because it's an adolescent feeling doesn't mean it's not, I guess, like hopelessly romantic or whatever. So
nice.
Yeah.
Well, and what was it? How did it feel to be back on the American Idol stage when you were performing there just recently, a few episodes ago?
Anxious. Yeah, I love going back purely because I've built these amazing relationships, not only with like the people that you see on camera every week, like Ryan and Randy and all that, but really with the people behind the scenes. And so as such, I always love going back for that. And then to meet the new judges and the new contestants was great. But this last time was really nerve-wracking. You know, new single and new album and oh God, yeah.
A little bit of pressure. But hey, they're using your new song, the '80s cover song, as the goodbye song.
Yeah, which was a huge honor. You know, because I think I remember kind of I've been fighting to get that gig for a couple years. You know, and you hear like I remember our season was "Celebrate Me Home" by Ruben and then they had "Bad Day" by Daniel Powder and Carrie's cover of the Motley Crue song and Daughtry's Home and all this stuff. And so it's just like the fact that all this time later I can still name those songs means, you know, there's some staying power with those. So I was like, I want that song. I want it. And so I was really glad that it all worked out. I mean, I'm sure the contestants this season hate that damn song, but
no.
I'll take it.
And then why that song? How did that come about?
Actually, it was Simon Fuller had that idea and came to us with it, and I was just like, oh man, really? Like that's like a pretty iconic song. Are you sure you want me to risk messing that one up? And but it came together actually. I have to say, surprisingly easy. You know, we got in the studio with Matt Squire, who's an amazing producer, and we had Kenny Aronoff on drums, who did he's the drummer for John Mellencamp, just an incredible drummer. And then Neil and I just like hanging out in the studio and playing guitar and just really tried to have fun with it, and didn't really try to change the song up too much. Just really tried to, I guess, find a little modern take of it and have fun with it. Because for me, it's just like every time I hear the original, I always think of like Judd Nelson in the football field with his fist in the air, you know what I mean? So it's like, well, I don't want to mess that up. I don't want people to be like, yeah, now I hear that song and it makes me think, ugh, you know what I mean? So I'm glad it worked out. I really am.
Very cool. All right, so you when you were on the show, you sang the new single.
Yes.
What would you like to tell us about the new song?
The new song is it's called The Last Goodbye, for those of you that don't know. I agree. You know, yeah. I know, right? No, I just wrote that song with Ryan Tedder from One Republic. Ryan and I hit it off immediately. Ryan's he's got Tulsa roots, and I lived in Tulsa for a little while, and so we had a lot to talk about right off the bat. And he's just I'll use a Midwest, like a South Midwestern term. He's just one of the good old boys. You know what I mean? So walk in immediately, had a great rapport, and I told him, you know, I felt like I wanted to write an up-tempo song, you know, something that lyrically was still in my wheelhouse, but something that just maybe people didn't expect from me so much. And music came together really quickly, and I think the whole song was under an hour, if not 2 hours. And I love the way the song kind of intermingles with itself. But just you have this this music that's like up-tempo and fun and major chordy and all that, and then you have the lyrics that are kind of talking about like the end of a relationship that wasn't working, which can be a little bit of a downer. So I love the way that those two kind of play off of each other.
All right, can we take a listen?
Let's do it. Man, you knew the set list. I like it. This is the last goodbye. If you hear this on the radio, we've already said our last goodbye. I won't be there when you get home. And now there's someone else that hears you cry. I wonder if he holds you like I did. I hope that he can love you better, 'cause we were everything that's right at the wrong time. I didn't want to lose you, leave you with a broken heart. But wherever we are, we're miles apart. I know that we tried, but this is the last goodbye. Oh, I didn't want to let you go. But wherever we are, we're miles apart. I know that we tried, but this is the last goodbye. We were almost beautiful, a broken piece of art put on display. We were never possible, another perfect moment thrown away. I know somebody out there will love you, they'll be there forever. We never were, 'cause we were everything that's right at the wrong time. I didn't want to lose you, leave you with a broken heart. But wherever we are, we're miles apart. I know that we tried, but this is the last goodbye. Oh, I didn't want to let you go. But wherever we are, we're miles apart. I know that we tried, but this is the last goodbye. Oh, if you hear this on the radio, then we've already said our last goodbye. Our last goodbye. I didn't want to lose you, leave you with a broken heart. But wherever we are, we're miles apart. I know that we tried, but this is the last goodbye. The last goodbye. I know that we tried, but this is the last goodbye.
Last goodbye for single off your new album, This Loud Morning, out June 28th. Very nice.
Thank you so much.
You know, it's funny, I know as the crowd has been kind of chirping in here and there, there's something to be said about your fans are so dedicated to you that they tell me things before I think you even know what's happening. On Twitter and via email, and we host Scott, right? We host Scott is his Twitter name. I'm just telling you, your fans are so crazy, in a good way.
Yes, yes.
That it's kind of crazy how they're so, I don't know how to put it, but they love you so much and your music so much that they follow everything, and they'll send a little tweet and say, "Oh, Lee Fox, you know, he's going to be in LA tomorrow. Did you know that? He's going to come to the radio station. Can we be there?" I'm curious to know if your fans ever like crossed the line or did anything kind of crazy. I'm just curious because I know it's tempting.
So you're basically asking me to call people out in the room,
Well,
right?
I'm just saying, I know like they want to jump up there right now, but they're
Well,
being
you
very,
did this, and you did that.
very good
and,
behavior. They're very dedicated. The love is there. It's clear.
I will say it kind of happened more at the beginning of everything, but still, I think it still kind of holds the title. Is probably one of the strangest things. It's getting smelled but it's never like.
I never did that.
Yes, we host Scott never did that. But it's never like. It's never like.
Right now they're all fantasizing about it. By the way, oh wow.
It's not like at an airport. It's not like they walk up to me at an airport and do it, or they walk up to me like middle of the day. It's always like 10 minutes after a show, and of course the show was like no air conditioning and
drenched in sweat.
It's just. I mean, I know I smell bad at that point. Like, and it's I do. I promise you, I do. And then it's just like, well, you know, you want to put your best foot forward, and I don't want to be known as the stinky idol or anything, so maybe just do it another time or something.
So from this moment forward, if you want to take a little sniff, do it early on.
Yeah.
Do it early on. In the beginning.
They're saying you're not gonna. It's not gonna be good tonight. That's all.
He's forewarned you. Okay, so you guys, any burning questions you want to ask David? Because, I mean, this is kind of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So any burning David Cook questions in the middle? Go, girl.
I don't want to ask a question. I just want to say that, like, to your comment regarding, you know, people that you're so approachable. I'm from Blue Springs.
Oh, nice.
I went there,
all
and
right.
I went to high school there for a while.
North or south?
And my last name's Cook, but I'm not really.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Did you go to North or South? Blue Springs North? Oh, okay. That's okay. That's okay. I'll allow it. Strike one.
But you're so approachable, and I think that's why maybe you get the type of fan base that you get.
I'll take. I mean, believe me, I'm not up here complaining. I promise you.
Yeah, especially people that are from, you know, maybe the Midwest or, you know, from a different area. They kind of connect with that.
Sure.
And
well, that's a good thing.
You know, I'm really glad you're like that.
Oh, well, me too. No, I have to say, it's definitely something important to me that I come across as approachable, because, you know, I want people to feel like they can come up and talk to me, because just because of what I do doesn't mean this is amazing. I get to play music for a living. I get to travel the world, and it's great, but it doesn't define me at all. You know, it's my job, and I have an amazing job, and because of that amazing job, I have an amazing life. But this doesn't define me, and so I like being approachable. I hope you guys will continue to come up and talk to me. Just don't smell me 10 minutes after a show. That's all I'm saying. And it's not even that it bothers me, really. It's just a bad representation of my scent, I guess.
All I know is we all can't wait to smell you. So,
well.
right there in the front. What do you want to ask?
I have a question.
Sure.
Okay, I know on the last album, the Permanent was obviously a very personal song for you. I can relate to that.
Okay.
I'm just wondering, on the new album, obviously we haven't heard all the songs. Is there any one on the album that you would say is the most personal or relatable song? Obviously all of them have.
It's a really good question, actually. I think, you know, with the last record, everything was happening so quickly that my head was spinning. And so really a lot of the songs I had to, on the last record, I had to, like, reach back from experience. Right. So, like, some of those songs might have been about something that happened 5-6 years ago. Right. This record was more immediate, you know, and I really had to write about what I had experienced. That, you know, you got to continue to move forward and progress, and so really it's going to sound like a vanilla answer, and it's really not. The entire record is basically that way. You know, because I think. Not to get too lofty or get into too much of a novel, but the record was just, I think, when I say it's the most therapeutic record, honest to God truth, it really was. And this is my 10th record, if you count all the ones from before Idol. Right. So for me to say that, you know, that's saying something about this record. It really is. And I really just went through a period when we were writing this record where it was just like everything around me just got loud, you know, and I'd wake up and just like, oh God, okay, I got way too much swimming in my head. All I want to do is go back to bed. But I mean, there's the silver lining there, is I do think that there's a romantic ideal to that feeling of like, all right, I can go to sleep, and whatever I'm dealing with throughout the day, I can escape it, and I can create this entire world for myself from that time I go to sleep to the time I wake up. And yeah, sure, that's still going to be there when I wake up, but this reprieve is going to be great. Right. And that's really what the record kind of about. So yeah, every song is that way. And
we thank you for that, because, you know, the music for us is such escapism on so many different levels. So we thank you for what you give to us.
Oh, shucks. Thank you.
When can we smell them? Would you like to do one more? Do we have time for one more?
One more question or one more
one
song?
more. Okay, one more question, one more song.
Okay,
That's cool.
sure.
Girlfriend in the Mill. Go ahead.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Nervous,
Here
right?
it comes.
Me too.
This is a song, question from a Guy fan.
Okay.
He told me to ask you this. I saw that you tweeted about running on the beach. You tweeted about ultimate frisbee.
Okay.
But the question is, have you started surfing?
Oh, okay. I was like, where is this going? No, I am a big sports guy. Surfing, I haven't done yet, and purely because I've lived. Well, I lived on a bus for a year, so that was you can't really surf on a bus. And past that, I think when I was on Idol and I was living out here all the time, I was really. I mean, Idol is such a constant thing, you know. You want to talk about sleep as a reprieve? Let's talk about Idol. It's continuous, and so really working on this record took up a lot of my time. So I've been to the beach like 3 times since I've been out here, which is really sad. I'd like to surf, just to say that I did it. I don't know if I'd be any good, and I always joke around about the fact I would never actually do this, but. The Teen Choice Awards from 2008, I won Best Male Reality Star, and the trophy is a surfboard. So, I mean, I got a surfboard.
How sturdy
I would never do that.
Who wants to teach David how to surf? Any volunteers? Teach
All
David
right.
how to surf?
I don't know how to either. But
Perfect.
We'll learn.
Yeah.
All right, you want to do one more?
Let's do the first single from the last record. I take an extra drink of water. This song's tough to sing, and I can always thank Chris Cornell for that one. Just light on. Never really said too much, afraid it wouldn't be enough. Just try to keep my spirits up when there's no point in grieving. Doesn't matter anyway. Words can never make me stay. Words will never take my place when you know I'm leaving. Try to leave a light on when I'm gone, something I rely on to get on. When I can feel at night and naked light, fire to keep me warm. Try to leave a light on when I'm gone, even in the daylight shine on. And when it's late at night, you can look inside, you won't feel so alone. You know we've been down that road, we've seen 1,000 times before. My back to a closing door and my eyes to the seasons. They roll out underneath my heels, and you don't know how bad it feels. You're the only one that I have ever believed in. Try to leave a light on when I'm gone, something I rely on to get on. But I can't feel at night and naked light, the fire to keep me warm. Try to leave a light on when I'm gone, even in the daylight shine on. And when it's late at night, you can look inside, you won't feel so alone. Ooh, yeah. light a fire and keep me warm. Try to leave a light on when I'm gone, even in the daylight, shine it on. And when it's late at night, you can look inside, you won't feel so alone. Try to leave a light on when I'm gone, even in the daylight, shine it on. And when it's late at night, you can look inside, you won't feel so alone.
David, this live morning out June 28th. Any tour plans yet?
No tour plans yet. I know the goal is to get out on the road as much as possible through the summer, and then either do a little bit of international or hop on a tour with somebody else in the fall.
Nice. So we will follow you on Twitter, the David Cook, and of course we look forward to having you back on the mic stage, and of course back in LA very soon. So yes, David Cook, you guys.
Thank you guys.
104.3 My FM. And Neil, you're awesome. Thank you.
He speaks.
I think we're going to do pictures, so
yes.
hang on.
You guys can line up here and then move around the back side of the room.
Yeah.